Improve School Reading Culture, Autumn Shepherd, Eastern Kentucky University. Statement of Purpose. Literacy teachers have a responsibility to their students to not only teach curriculum, but also motivate and engage students. In this study, 3 specific learning strategies were implemented: inviting staff members into the classroom to read, increasing and improving the classroom library, and allowing students a specific place to share what they have read with their peers. The success of these strategies was observed and evaluated. The research question that was focused on during this study was, will specific literacy strategies increase motivation and engagement in an elementary classroom? Student SAR assessment data and student observations was used to justify the outcome of this study. The literature review revealed an importance of engaging young readers. Engagement equals interest. When students are engaged, they enjoy what they are reading and they retain the information. Engagement involves behavioral, emotional, and cognitive motivation. Students must possess all 3 in order to have success. Engaged students outperform their less engaged peers regardless of economic status. Students who are motivated to read more than their peers, and readers who are engaged as children have a greater chance to become lifelong learners. The definition of motivation and how it relates to reading according to the literature review is the research defines the term motivate as the action of providing an incentive or a motive. There are quantitative and qualitative studies that show that readers have much more success and achievement in literacy when they are motivated intrinsically, so from within, compared to extrinsically. 3 of the specific strategies found in the literature review are: one strategy that teachers can use is to invite staff members into their classroom to share their love of reading with students. Another strategy is to create a place in your classroom for students to share with each other books that they have read and recommend. Another way to motivate students to read is through an extensive classroom library. The library must contain books that students like and that motivate them to read. Method. The participants in this research were 19 third grade students, 9 boys and 10 girls. All of the participants were students taught by the researcher. The limitations in the study are the time restraints of the study. Through more time, observations, and data, the researcher will be able to more positively prove a relationship between the 3 strategies implemented and student achievement and engagement. The researcher's bias towards the study could have affected the observational data. The procedure. First, the STAR assessment was given to measure each student's grade level equivalent. Once every 2 weeks, one time before the strategies were implemented and the other times after, the researcher observed students during silent reading time and notated how many times students had to be redirected. The principal, an instructional coach, and 2 other staff members were invited into the classroom to read and share their favorite children's books with students. The researcher gave the survey to students on what books they would like to read and created a classroom library of books based on students' interest. The researchers noticed that students had a connection to graphic novels, mysteries, and sports. Instructional funds were used to purchase titles based on the survey results. The researcher created an area in the classroom for students to share what they have read and what rating they give the books. You will see on this screen the student book interest survey. This is the survey the researcher used in order to create an extensive classroom library based on the needs of the students in this study. Results. You can see that redirections during independent reading were reduced throughout the study. Results continued. On 9/2/22, students were given the STAR Literacy Assessment to determine each student's grade equivalent reading level. The researcher noted the number of students reading below grade level. The researcher gave the test again on 10/25/2022, and the figure shows the students reading below grade level based on the results of the STAR Literacy Assessment on both dates. The results of the STAR Literacy Assessment showed that 2 out of the 6 students who were not on grade level at the beginning of the year are now reading on grade level. Discussion. The research showed a decrease in the time students had to be redirected during independent reading time. This resulted in an increase in engagement. 2 students who were reading below grade level are now reading at grade level.